Hello everyone, how are we all doing today? We are going to be working on the Nightmare Kart beach track. Hello everyone. Yeah, I guess not a whole lot to report, so I guess we're just gonna go straight into it. Is there anything new to report? I don't think so. Yeah, so, not enough yapping. Or not enough yapping, not enough work and too much yapping. Let us get started. So let me show you what I've been working on since our last stream. Hello, hello, hello. Big fan of my blog, wow. Are you from Tumblr? That's crazy. Alrighty. So yeah, let me show you what we got so far. Quick overview. So obviously this is unfinished, don't worry, we were going to be working on it today, so, unfinished, a lot of half-baked concepts and stuff, but the base idea is you go down a beach, you hit a boardwalk, and then you hit the sandbar, and then there will be another transition piece transition us from the sandbar back to the beach. So it's gonna be a pretty simple roundabout. I might do like a left turn, like a left and then 3 rights instead of just 2 rights. We'll see. I'm focusing on the boardwalk today. So yeah, this is a new asset that I just made and we're going to be working on it. So, yippee. Revenant says it's starting HRT this month. Oh my gosh, congratulations. I'm so proud of you for getting this far. Oof. Damn, I'm broke? I am broke, my goodness. Chat, hopefully this isn't too real, but I had a big ass burrito earlier, a couple days ago, and I was literally like, wow, I haven't been this full in a couple of weeks, and my roommate looked at me with such sorrow in her eyes. Anyways, yeah, so let's get started. Why are you so quiet? You're not quiet. Audio is too loud. How are we doing our audio? I want to say the music is too loud. So let's turn that the fuck down. And then we're going to turn everything else up. This is Unreal Tournament 99, by the way, the music. Alright. So yeah, let's do an audio check. How we looking? How we feeling? How's it sounding? I should say. Sound is good. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, let us drive straight to the back. The music was definitely too loud. I had it on full volume. I just defaults to full volume, and I forgot to check. Yeah, we are sinking pretty deep in the sand here. That will be fixed. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you can notice it after 2 seconds of looking at it, trust me, as someone who's been working on this for many, many hours, I have also noticed. Don't worry. So yeah, so this is kind of the setup right now. Got a track. You can split down here. Bada bing, bada boom. We hit into water. A little tease of the sandbar right here. We hit the boardwalk. Get a nice, beautiful look at the. Here's a little optional route. Not really a route, just a little place for vibes. I don't think anyone will ever go here, but vibes. Anyways, and then we'll hit the sandbar. All these jumps are just temporary, just testing ideas out. And then we run out of track and we drown. So that's where we're at now, and we're going to be focusing on the boardwalk. Duffy says, decided to take my first steps in making games. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I love making games. I love seeing what other people make and what kind of games they make. It's great. Is that where Beachlift hangs out? I guess. I mean, I did use these same assets for the Bunlith swimsuit renders, but you know, not as, you know, these are desaturated because it's Nightmare Kart. But yes, I did make these assets for Nightmare Kart, and then I went to the beach myself, and I was like, dang, I should make a Bunlith on the beach render. So I did, and used the same assets. Right. So, yeah, this is where we're at now. It's kind of boring. Don't worry, I already have ideas on how to make it more interesting. Please, no suggestions. Thank you very much. And we are going to fix that today. First things first. Here is a tested idea that was not less unfinished and more unstarted, but I want to be able to take a shortcut here by jumping into the water and jumping back out with the intent of there being a gamble. Can I pop fly this? A gamble of the drowning status effects. It's something you'd have to manage. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, whatever. We're wasting time. So that's what we're gonna do. Actually, you know what? I lied. This is not what we're gonna do first. No, I lied when I said I lied. We're gonna do this first because this is making level stuff, and that's interesting. And then after this, we're gonna work on some code stuff, because I want there to be a like when you drive over the boardwalk, right? Because right now we have surface sound effects for the sand. Sorry, it's kind of bugged. Let's go to the sandbar so I can show you. The beach is a bit bugged. Its collision isn't perfect, so sometimes you're floating above the sand, and therefore it doesn't play the sand driving through sand sound effect. So the sandbar's collision is good though. So you drive on this, you can hear it. Right. You also see the sand being kicked up behind the racer, and then same with the water. Right, it makes a splash. And now we're driving through the water, and it leaves water. Right. Effects. We do not have one for the boardwalk. So I already have some sound effects selected, just 2 wood hit sounds. So we need to implement that, and that's going to be unique because it's not just a single looping sound. It's multiple hits that need to go faster or slower depending on your speed. Oofsa, oofsa. Oh, neck hurty. How'd you do the moon's reflection on the water plane? Oh, it's just another. It's literally just a duplicated. It's literally just a duplicated texture, right? And it uses the inspired by Metal Gear Solid 1. The underwater sections have some extreme vertex warbling. To imply, you know, refraction. There we go. So yeah. Hello, Maeve. How's it going? So let's work on that underwater section. It's gonna be pretty simple. We are going to delete you. I want to say, do I delete you? I'm gonna delete you. Okay, now we're gonna grab some box colliders. Scripting pretty good. Oh, Nervy, hello. Scripting is going pretty good. We are starting with some level design first because I think it's just more interesting, like to stream. But we will be doing some scripting later to catch everyone up, as well as Nervy. We are going to do. So we have surface sound effects for the sand and the water. I'll just real quick. Right, so we got the water, big splashes, you know, plays the water sound effect. We got the sand, right? Kicks up sand. We don't have anything for the boardwalk, so we need to make a boardwalk sound effect for you know, the constant like noise as you go across the wood planks. That will be a little bit difficult because it is not just a looping sound effect that I can just loop and pitch up and down based on speed. It has a specific cue that hits every X seconds. That needs to be a different value depending on how fast you are. So that's gonna be an interesting challenge that I'm confident I can do. But first, we're gonna work on an underwater shortcut. So that's what we're doing now. So first we need to make a collider. Nightmare Kart's collision system is absolutely fucked, and this has been an awful limitation that I have been stuck with for years now. Just to, it's, I mean, it's embarrassing to even admit, but hold on, you're blocking volume 37, so we're going to attach you to 7. Basically, in summary, Nightmare Kart cannot drive between two colliders that are parallel, if that makes sense, because there is a seam between those two colliders, and that causes like a catch, like a hitch. In fact, I can show you here. Obviously, this boardwalk is made up of 5 colliders, 5 square colliders. Right, there is this square here, there's this square here, this square here, and then the 2 on the boardwalk. Is there fun falling in the water death? I'll show you. But yeah, as you can see, there's 2 colliders. There's 2. I'm going from 1 cube collider to this one here. And I don't know if you saw it, but there's a little hop there. Let me drive over at a faster speed. This is Unreal Engine 4. So sometimes you get nothing, but sometimes you get nothing, but sometimes you get a little hop. So that's just a limitation of the workaround. So I have to make colliders either constantly dropping down like micro steps, which means you can only drive the track in one direction, or you can clip 2 angled boxes into each other, etc., etc. Anyways, yeah, you jump in the water, you get the drowning status effect because this is inspired by Bloodborne, and then it kills you. You explode violently underwater. So the drowning, this kind of the gimmick of this level, is that there is a drowning status effect. Status effects are new to Nightmare Kart, and I think that just, you know, pushes it further as a joke, you know, Souls game. So yeah, so the idea of the sandbar is that when you drive around, you have to be careful and not be underwater too much, or else you will drown. We gotta add a poison swamp. There's a poison swamp in, well, there's a sewer level in Nightmare Kart's original campaign. But there are no status effects in the original campaign. So I want to add, you don't actually race in the sewer level in the original campaign, so I'm gonna add that here kind of as an apology level. And you know, a way to recycle content, I guess. Well, it was never in the campaign, anyways. So I am thinking about adding the poison to the sewer level. Just an idea though, I don't know if I'll actually do it. We'll see how the vibes are. Nerby says that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. I agree. I think status effects are funny. Okay, so this is actually, yeah, underwater sand actually has. So this sand is actually tagged as water surface. So it'll play the water sound effect because this will be underwater, right? No poison ocean yet. No, you just drown. That will differentiate it from poison, where your head has to be below water. That's another thing worth noting that makes this unique from a poison status effect is your kart's size, finally. Another thing I wanted to add with the DLC is the kart stats are all kind of useless. They don't really manifest that well. So the size of the kart will affect your drowning level. So like, for example, as the bike, we drown at a pretty, you know, at a default level. But if we change our cart to, let's say, the biggest cart, which is the piggy. So now we're the piggy. We are high above the ground. Okay, let me zoom the camera out so you can actually see the whole piggy. So now I don't even know if we'll drown at all. We might not. We might only drown for a little bit too, right? Yeah. So we were barely even hitting it. So like now, finally, cart size is now a factor. The bigger carts are kind of bad, so it's nice that they had something. This engine is Unreal Engine 4. Okay, anyways, let us get back to work. I do like working on stream because it keeps me from tabbing over to Blue Sky, but sometimes I do go on tangents talking about the, you know, making like vegetable tier lists and stuff because I'm a bunny rabbit. So let us get back to work. All right. So like I said, I have to be very careful with my colliders. God, Unreal Engine 99 OST fucking slaps. I have kind of been listening to it nonstop. I played Unreal Engine very briefly in college, very briefly. We had a very short how do I say? I had a very short LAN party with the class because, you know, it was Unreal Engine. We were in game design school, I guess. It was an elective. I'm certified, baby. It doesn't mean shit, but I am game design certified. Anyways, we played. Obviously, this is Unreal Engine 3, so I think that came. I don't know. The computers had Unreal Engine on it for some reason, so we played them. We played it as a class. I didn't really like it. All the people playing it were way too into it. I was kind of just fucking around, but everyone was like, "Come on, you know, you gotta do this serious. Who's goofing off over there?" Okay, that's too low. And then I died. Okay, so let's raise that. But right, so this little shortcut will be a little bit of a gamble. And it's underwater, so it's hard to spot. And of course we will. And of course we will add a Oops. We'll add a ramp. John says, what is the name of the hat with the ears I posted? Oh, it's like a, what's it called, like a newsy cap? A newsy hat? A newsboy cap? No, not a newsboy cap. Something like that. I don't know, I thrifted it. It's just a hat. It's just a cool hat. There you go, that looks good. Are carrots actually good for bunnies? I am actually a human being, and they're good for me. So, you know, sorry to shatter the illusion there. Any plans for a PS1 graphics mecha game in the distant future after this project? Okay, chat. Okay, let me. Okay, I have not said this on stream. I have mused about this on Human Bunning. I have mused about this on Blue Sky. The original plan was to make a cyberpunk game in the cyberpunk genre. But I'm gonna be honest. The idea of anthropomorphizing a friendly AI robot programs just doesn't really appeal to me anymore. In 2025, I just don't want to do that. Fuck AI. And it just seems unappealing. And I just don't want to. So I don't know if I'm gonna be honest. And once again, not looking for ideas or suggestions. Please do not tell me what to do about my future career. I am just musing and venting right now. Thank you very much. But that is kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, and then we'll put a little. Little jump pad. Do we put it? Yeah, I gotta put a jump pad. Okay, I'm glad some people are expressing agreement on that statement. Okay, this is blocking volume 39. So we're gonna attach you to blocking volume 39. Yeah, the fun has been sucked out of the idea, right? I don't know. Just a lot to think about, I guess. Okay. Cyberpunk idea does sound awesome. Well, the thing is, a lot of those ideas I had for my Cyberpunk game are very transferable. A lot of it was... Okay, so I feel like well, not we, but I feel like a lot of queer / trans / queer creatives kind of have that one project that's just like the vent project, right? The trans vent project, right? The queer / trans / queer vent project, where you kind of just take all your frustrations and put it in this project, right? So my Cyberpunk game idea was my queer / trans / queer project. Oh, that's sick. I like that shortcut. Anyways, so a lot of that stuff can just be transferred to a different setting. Sure, like the core ideas wouldn't be, but a lot of the surface stuff was just, oh, this is a story about a bunch of, queers living in a fascist, utilitarian, dictatorship society, and these are the problems that arise from that. I can easily rework that in a contemporary setting, right? If I wanted to pick the fascist cyberpunk dystopia, we're in one, like someone just said in the comments. So I think my cyberpunk idea might just become a contemporary world idea, and I know that is less appealing, I guess, from a purely aesthetic standpoint, but I don't really want to be focusing on the surface level stuff anymore anyways. But we'll see. And I've always wanted to make on top of always wanting to make a sci-fi style game, I did grow up with Ocarina of Time and Armored Core, so I've been making a lot of fantasy stuff. I do want to make some sci-fi stuff, but I'm curious in making something contemporary. There's a lot of unique aspects / limitations / creative avenues that are not available in a more fantastical setting, and that is something that interests me. So, all that to say, I don't really know, but I will soon. Okay, that shortcut's great. I do think the drowning status effect does not fill up fast enough, so we are going to tweak that value. It is currently giving us 6.5 drowning points per 0.1 seconds. So let's do 9 drowning points. There we go. I like this because you enter the sandbar with the drowning status effect. And the sandbar is one where you're constantly popping in and out of water. Do I make it... Do I make it drain even less? Will there be plans for multiplayer? This game already has multiplayer. Music is the bop. Thank you. This is Unreal Engine 99. Sorry, Unreal Tournament 99. I should clarify. How much do you have to work against Unreal to make it look this good? Not much at all. A lot of the hyper-realistic stuff you can kind of just turn off in the plugin setting, or like in the graphics settings. You know, turn off filtering. Affine texture warping and stuff is a little bit more work, but it's very easy to find resources online going after that. Now the question is, do we have them jump off from this? This is a rhetorical question. Do we have them jump off of this? Like, I kind of like the idea of having your first turn need to be on the boardwalk, and then you jump off and kind of cut a single corner. But you're also not underwater too much. But also, I like the idea of you having this rope here to help. Whoop! There's no collision on that. Let's go ahead and fix that, shall we? Let us fix the collision, shall we? Oh yeah, true enough, there's no collision there. Yeah, I know Unreal Engine definitely has a reputation of being the hyper-realistic 10,000 megashits per gigafart engine, but it is very scalable. Add my colliders. Boardwalk 70 collider 18, and this is collider 19. 19 colliders, not bad. This is a complicated oh shit, which one has the colliders? Is it you? Where's my boardwalk? There it is. Why am I a bunny? I was democratically elected on Twitter. I made a poll. I made a whole tournament bracket of which animal I should be. So, and Bunny won. So there you go. Oh my god, okie dokie, thank you so much for the rate of 11. You're too into, sorry. Gayweight says, this is a great way to do it. I'm too indecisive to pick a persona. Yeah, I honestly just didn't care. It's you know, I've been very casual and chill about my persona. I just think it's, I don't know, how do I say this? Okay, I'm trying to use the, oh my gosh, it is time to turn on the air conditioning, everyone. I'm sorry for this background noise. It is heating up in here. Okay. So how do I say this? I'm not like, I need to learn the limbo. I'm not Therian. I don't like have like tail dysphoria or like ear dysphoria or anything like that. That is just not the person I am. But I do like the idea of having a, you know, like a persona that is a little furry, because I like I grew up with like those old Disney movies where you had animated anthropomorphic animals, and I think that is really fun. And I just wanted an excuse to animate something like that. So I was very chill about whatever anthropomorphic creature I was. But I don't know, so I just want to be a little woodland creature, that's all. That's it. I think that's chill. Whatever. Anyways. I think this is a good way to... I'm gonna do this one more time. This track sounds like Silent Hill. Oh, because it has the droning ambience. Okay, so what's the story behind Yag? It's a typo. That's literally it. That's it. It's a typo that me and my friend Bugs Matrix said on the TL a lot, and it caught on and spread across the internet. Bai says, I'm pretty sure Sly Cooper was part of your childhood. You are wrong, and it is kind of strange that you would make assumptions about my history like that. But we're just gonna move straight past that. Right, so right now there are not enough deep parts of the track, of the sandbar. Obviously we need to continue developing the sandbar, but I think what I want to do is when you get off the boardwalk, either via the shortcut or the long way around, you kind of drop off on this central part, and I think players will instinctively, they see a part of the track in the middle with two different surfaces on either side. They're kind of gonna reflexively, intuitively just drive down the middle here, right? And this is kind of just flat. I think this should slowly start sinking into the water. I believe that is what I am going to do. I'm going to do that. I think that would be interesting. And that will cause players to be like, oh shit, I'm drowning. I need to go on either side and get up on the sandbar. I think that is an interesting part of level design. And if you're an expert, instinctively, or not instinctively, but go to the left, or go to the right and get on the sandbars. Because that does happen here. Oh shit. Yeah, that's right, Neuron. They go, oh shit, I'm drowning. Right, because this does eventually sink below sea level right here, right? But I should start doing that sooner. Affiliate anniversary. Can you tell me what an affiliate anniversary is? Oh! Okay, thank you. I had no idea it was my affiliate anniversary. Oh shit. I forgot to regroup my water cards. And Magnus says, have you considered making the game commercial? Is that just a fancy way of saying, have I considered selling it? I do not want to sell this game for money. I fucking hate Unreal Engine sometimes. There I go. What are those big circles? Those are colliders. Fascinating. I need to rename all these. Okay, so we need to do some organization stuff. I apologize, but we need to take all these water cards. These were grouped together nicely. Unfortunately, they are no more. For some reason, I don't remember why, but I do remember making the decision. Oh, excuse me. So I need to rename all these. This is going to be very 2487. This is going to be a bit tedious. There we go, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, I'm losing my shit. See, this is why you name your assets. There we go, okay. Those water cards? Okay. See, right now you are seeing the consequences of just keep not naming my assets. This is the not naming your layers of level design. Oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry. Okay, we only have a few thousand left to go through. Okay. Grr! Don't worry, we're getting through this. These are not water cards, these are the scratches on the deck. Group. Yes. Thank you for all the affiliate anniversary wishes. I appreciate that. Was it 2 years now? Okay, now we're back to the water cards, I believe. Why do I have so many water cards past the volume? You know why? Because I just placed these haphazardly without thinking. Okay, we're now in the triple digit numbers. Oh shit, chat. Oh shit. We're so close. Oh shit. Yes, good. Very good. This is looking very full and very selected. Oh my god, our engine is slowing down. It's drawing so many tiny little yellow squares. Oh shit. We did it, chat. We fucking did it. I recognize you from those duper shorts. Bunlith, right? That's me, I'm Bunlith. Wow, those are some intense snaps. Oh, God, I don't know if you heard that neck crack. That was insane. This actually delayed the stream for a second? That is so funny. I think this is my favorite track from Unreal Engine, or Unreal Tournament 99. Anyways, Unreal Engine is frozen. Is all this music available to listen somewhere? Yes, type in Unreal Tournament 99 OST, and then you're good to go into your favorite search engine. Oh. And there's no water cards there. So let us, oh, I grouped them all already. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so all the water is all the water is selected. We're now going to raise the water very high into the sky so I can work underneath. Game Fan says, first time ever watching your stream. Well, welcome, welcome. Right, so this entire stretch right here, I want to gradually fall into, or at least this part, to just fall into the ground. I don't know how possible this would be. Is the beach level going to be at night? Well, the entire game takes place at night because it is called Nightmare Kart and is inspired by Bloodborne, which also entirely takes place at night outside of the sunset in the very first hour of gameplay. Don't be a pedant, you know what I mean. So yes, this is going to take place at night. If you want to wish GameFan, if you want to wish Duper a good rest of 2025, you may go on his stream or maybe add him on Blue Sky or something. I don't know why you're saying it in here. I'm gonna be frank. Duper is not here. If you would like to speak to Duper, he is available on other places on the internet. See, the problem, chat, with this with this setup, this hard collider limitation, is that I can't really easily edit landscapes. This has been a massive limitation, and something I can't change until I switch to a new project. He doesn't stream anymore. He's on Blue Sky, and I can't just switch to a new project. I can't fix until I switch to a new project. So this makes it very difficult. You're about to see why. So yeah, something like this. How am I so swagful? Years of work. Years of Ara farming. Is it possible to make windows? Yes. Have I tried Godot? No. Thank you so much for a 24-month resub streak. Thank you so much. That is a crap ton. Still in, you're our real one. What is going on here? Oh shit, an outfit swap. Damn, the damn. EP mode. Happy affiliate anniversary, thank you. Is this like a like a button y'all are clicking to send this message or something? I'm very fascinated by it. Love the hair, thank you. I actually don't have the black and red split anymore in real life. Now it's just all red. Easier to maintain. Oh, it is a button, isn't it? Where's my oiter? This is an oiter, you dare not dink. Twitch is prompting the affiliate thingy. Oh, I see. If you dink this oiter, you will get dehydrated and also die. Alright, so let's get this next part fixed. Okay. Kind of need to like tilt these inward. Okay. Game fan says, I hear no music. Do you not hear this? Is it too quiet? When chat said music was good, was it actually too quiet? I hate it when that happens. I died. Unreal Tournament 99. Ah, so good. Fucking slaps. I love it when music slaps. Fascinating. Pop Booney, thank you so much. Oh, actually, Luxor, thank you so much for giving 5 tier 1 subs to the community. I really appreciate it. Followed by the comment, hello, I love your ship hosts. Thank you, thank you. I do like my ship hosts as well. Obviously, I made them. Discorrupted, I just want to give you a friendly reminder. You're encroaching you're very slowly encroaching into backseating territory. So I have to remind you that there's no backseating in this stream. Please don't tell me how to organize my files. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Love the sub gift. Thank you. Thank you. That's one of my favorite bundle of gifts. I'm gonna be honest. I love that sub gift. Yeah, I love the little twiddly fingies. Chilla. Chilla BA. Chilla. Hello, Chilla. Chilla says hello. Hi, how are you? Lucia, hello. Goodness, everyone's coming in today. Got over 100 viewers. How many belts am I wearing today? I'm kind of wearing kind of light because I have a crop. So, if we're counting all the harness belts, only 7 today. I know it's a lot smaller number than, you know, I usually wear, but only 7. Chat, I am struggling. Hydrophonics and Little Code Geek, I'm going to ask you two to take your one-on-one personal flirting into DMs, please, and not gum my chat up. Thank you very much. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to... The problem is there is a... Whoa. As you can see, there's a little bit of pitch here, so we're gonna have to fill this in, which is gonna be a bit annoying, but we can make it work. Immediate explosion slash close combo. Yeah, it happens a lot. Oh, I died. I guess I'll close the app. I believe that fixes the issue, kinda. Alice says, hi, love your, hey. Love your content, also your game looks cool, thank you, thank you. Okay, so there is a visual gap between these two. Let me fix that too. But you can now drive up it, no problem. Yeah, okay. A lot more underwater shit going on here now, which is good. Okay, so wait a minute. Whatever. Okay. So we actually need to this sandbar, the little bean-shaped one, needs to have an extended ground. Strasbourg says, hope you're doing splendid. Thank you. I guess I can extend this. I am doing splendid. I can extend this manually. What is this? Beach bar? Beach bar 6? Sandbar 6? Attached to beach bar 6. I guess it would be easier to do this. Yes. Gonna eyeball it. Oh, crash counter. We never reset the crash counter. This is yesterday's crash. Thank you so much for the reminder, Mark VD. We are at 0. We have not crashed yet. Yet, absolutely. The crash counter only updates within programs on this stream. I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. Mark VD, let's try and not talk about stuff like that on the stream. Thank you very much. Well, let's try and keep it civil, okay? There are some things called inside thoughts. Right. Inside thoughts, people. Do multiplayer games need a server to run? No. Love doing annoying PS1 subdivisions. Don't we, chat? Okay, there's all this discussion about whether multiplayer needs a server or not. I don't know if you all remember, but the existence of local multiplayer exists, which this game has, and therefore doesn't need a server. Y'all remember local multiplayer? That does exist. That still exists. You can still do it. Y'all are silly. So Vintage, I'm making a PS1-like game. Vintage is the name of the game. Couch co-op lives on in our childhoods. It's in this game. It lives now. It's literally right here. It's not dead. Stop trying to declare couch co-op being dead. It's right here. It's alive. Sometimes I can still hear its voice. And yes, Steam does allow you to play couch co-op games online. It is annoying though, and not really, you know, a viable replacement. But I'm not a network engineer, so, you know. Damn 80 says, are you sure? May I ask what you are saying are you sure against? Couch co-op is dead because the youth these days don't have couches. You know, it's called an oven because you oven the cold food and of out hot eat the food. Actually. What? What? What Unity version is this? This is Unreal Engine 4. Don't crash on me, motherfucker. Okay, good. Good girl. I'm not using Godot, I'm using Unreal Engine 4. I'm using Unreal Engine 4. Are you gonna keep being annoying, or are you gonna provide actual input in the chat? Do I need to mute you? Womanizer 8000. Do I need to mute you? Or are you gonna keep being weird? Your name's Womanizer 8000, so you're already on thin ice. I'm the weird one? Okay, we're timing you out. Bye-bye. We're gonna time you out for 5 minutes, and I want you to think about what you've done. My voice is getting all lost. I'm losing my voice and it's getting all squeaky. Damn, y'all, chat, I had no idea Womanizer 8000 would be an annoying pedant. That's crazy. I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed. Not my voice, I'm losing it. Yeah, Womanizer 8000's in the crystal now. It's only for 5 minutes, it's gonna feel like a week. Okay, we got a bonk there. Banished to the crystal. 1,000 years crystal jail. I lost my voice. Where's the last place I remember seeing it? In my voice box, in my body. Forever jail, forever hate. Well, not forever jail, just 5 minutes jail. Kept saying the wrong engine on purpose to annoy me, and then called me weird when I was like, what are you doing? Don notices, "Hi, Spinless. Sorry people are being weird to you. It's okay. People are always being weird to me. I don't think people online understand what boundaries are. I cope in the only way I can. Memes, and also ignoring it." What I'm trying to fix right now is a bunch of awkward collision issues that I can't... it's kind of hard to explain. But there's a bunch of weird collision issues going on right now as I try to edit this environment. Lominsa says, "You're just a funny PS1 buddy on my screen that talks to me. What do you mean you have boundaries and feelings?" No, exactly though. You know, I'll post a selfie and a person will be like, "I want you to do sexual things to me." And I'm like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are." That's a little weird. That makes me kind of uncomfortable. That's a weird thing to say. Is this someone you've never met online or talked to before? At least I think so. I'm curious what program I'm using. It's Unreal Engine 4. I remember working with Fizz 2.8 and reporting bugs to NVIDIA. Hydrophonic says, "Boundaries should be as simple as, 'Hey, that bothers me. Can you not do that?' And the other person replies, 'Sure, sorry about that. Will not happen again.'" See, it's... Yes, I agree. That is not as common online as one would think. That is true. Okay, chat, I think we're good. Laminsa says, "Is Unreal 5 as bad as randos on the internet tell me, or is it a skill issue?" Unreal 5, I don't know. I have not used Unreal 5. I'm not going to switch between Unreal Engine versions while I'm working on a project that is already released. That is a very, very, very stupid idea. So I have not used Unreal Engine 5 yet. I'm going to switch to Unreal Engine 5 when I start my next game project. That being said, Unreal Engine 5 is a glorified version update of Unreal Engine 4, so I don't really know what people are talking about. And I'm not going to encourage discourse between engine fanboy girl other fights in the comments. So let's not talk about that right now. All engines have weird quirks and issues, and let's just leave it at that. Okay, there we go. So we're getting some drowning clips. Quoony, hello. What happened here? Where is your sand? Bro, where's your sand? Don't eat my sand, coal miner 420. Triangle says, Lola, thanks for making your videos. Something about the vibe makes me feel empowered to be more openly queer. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that, you know? That's great. That makes me feel really happy. There's the singing. Okay. There you go. So yeah, we are now dipping under the water a lot more. We need to fix this glitching texture issue, but that'll be later. Happy affiliate anniversary! Thank you so much! Okay, so this game supports vertex lighting, vertex shading, I should say. There are two vertex shading implementations. There is the real-time vertex shading, as you can see on this headlight here. This is real-time, right? As I drive, it lightens things up and darkens things. You can see it lightening and darkening up the sand. And then there is the, I guess, baked, air quotes. And by baked, I just mean hand-painted. So we have these hand-painted vertex colors here. And that's how I'm getting these, the deep water darkness. Deep water darkness. Sounds like some Kingdom Hearts shit. Which we need to update because we have now changed the depth of our sandbar. So I believe the values were 0.5. Deep water of darkness. Supreme darkness. You're wrong! I know now, without a doubt, the deep water darkness is light! Light! But why? Sorry, this endlessly quotable video game. Supreme deep water darkness! Okay, so, oh, we got a bit of got some polygons there. I guess it's fine. It is underwater. The camera doesn't go underwater unless you're in first person, which no one ever races in. I've looked at the statistics. No one ever races in first person. I just know that. Am I painting the texture directly in Unreal? I'm not painting the texture. I am doing vertex colors. For those who don't know, every vertex in a 3D engine, like this vertex, it has XYZ location in world space, right? But it also has, every vertex also has an RGB value. So you can use that RGB value to do a bunch of fun stuff, but right now we're just multiplying the RGB value on top of the texture to make shading. that's how a lot of games. I think the most popular example right now is popularized by a thread about how. What's the game, the best looking PS1 game ever? What was it called? With like, I'm the heart and you are the hunter. Final Fantasy 14 devs worked on it. Fucking Vagrant Story. Thank you. Me. The game that takes place in a beautiful outside scene for 5 seconds and then it's in a cave for the rest of the fucking game. Fuck off. Here. 1 second. Can I open this GIF directly? Okay, content warning X. But here you go. See, I'm basically doing the same thing, but not as good, because Vagrant Story is the best looking game ever. But you can see, like, these are usually hand painted, how they get this lighting to work. It's just vertex colors. They're not editing the texture at all. Here's an even better example. I love this example because, you know, they actually fake reflections by just painting the edge of the water yellow to match the building. It's kind of incredible. Vertex lighting is a lost art. Well, not anymore now that the, you know, the low poly PS1 renaissance has happened now it's cool, right? So it is being rediscovered, and that is something that I have a lot of interest and respect in. We're not doing anything that crazy. That we're just implying depth in the water. But yes, I am obsessed with PS1 graphics. Clearly, as I'm sure you're able to intuit from my whole thing here. Does vertex lighting have to be manual, or can it generate in runtime automatically? I do have it generating on runtime automatically. It is extremely expensive relative for a PS1, so you usually only get like a couple lights. But the headlight here, as you can see, is real time, right? So you can see like the headlight here. But that is insanely expensive, so it isn't recommended you just do that to light your scene normally like you would with point lights in a modern engine, right? You can just drop like 100 point lights down, and because it's optimized and, you know, you can bake it down and stuff, that's fine. But you can't really do that with PS1. I mean, I guess you could, but it wouldn't be as accurate as, like, you know, painting your vertex shading. You can generate vertex lighting. Like, you can, like, in Blender, you can drop a light down and convert that to a texture, and then convert that lighting texture into vertex colors. You could do it that way. And I've experimented with that, but I just like the authorship of doing it by hand. I think there is a level of control there that I prefer. You know, some people do their bounce lighting by hand. Like, you know, for like, you know, there's not really bounce lighting in video games. Well, I guess there is now with ray tracing or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, it's just a preference thing. I just like painting my shading by hand. It feels a lot more authored, and there's a lot more intent behind it. But you could, of course, just generate it. You know, if you're going to be like #realistic or whatever. That's just not really something I'm interested in personally as an artist. And that's the beauty of art, right? And this stuff is it's you do what you want, and that is no more better or worse, no matter what people try to tell you. Thank you for the subscription, manga artist. I appreciate it. Yeah, art's great. I like art. Art is awesome. It's a shame the fascists are trying to censor it. That was voiced by that death scream is it Carmine Nicad? Yes, that was voiced by Carmine Nicad. Was that Carmine Nicad? No, that is not Carmine Nicad. I'm getting my voice actors I've worked with messed up. That is very embarrassing. That is... Oh shit, I don't remember. Oh, now I feel awful. Hold on. Let me bring up the Nightmare Kart credits. No, I need to fix this. Carmine Nicad is voicing someone else. Yeah, I'm like super embarrassed I don't remember every single voice actor and voice actress in Nightmare Kart. There are a lot of them. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. No, I was right. Carmine Nicad. Okay, I'm stupid. Yeah, Carmine Nicad is Hunter B. Okay, I'm stupid. I was right. Susie Hunter was a voice. Susie Hunter voiced the doll and Mistress Mary. I don't know why I did that. But thank you for rolling with it. Okay, I'm really happy I did actually remember that. Drowning. Danger. But you see how long this took to just make this trench a little bit deeper? Like you see the limitations of this system I'm struggling to work within. This super outdated, very janky system I built a very long time ago on a rotten code base because this game, well, the game that this game forked off of, Nightmare Bloodborne PSX, no, yes, was made in like fucking 2017, no, 2021? So yeah, I am excited to finish this project and start with a clean slate in Unreal Engine 5. The wretched code base! Maeve says, I love that Mistress Mary straight up calls out how creepy Herman is. Absolute queen for that, yes. Absolutely. I wanted to make it explicit. You know, like, subtlety isn't really kart racers' forte. So I wanted to make that stuff a little more explicit. Okay, so now, oh, we still have some schmutz here. Let's fix that up. And yeah, if I model this better, doing the hand-painted vertex lighting wouldn't be this awful. Like I said, this game is extremely janky, and there is a lot of issues with it that I have to struggle to work within. That does directly lead to the game being not as good as it could be, you know, and that's something I have to live with until I can start over from scratch with a new game. It is true, chat. It is true. A lot of this can be covered up, can be papered over with a big band-aid that has the words, well, it's a PS1 game, so whatever on it. And that is true. That is very true. And I think I do think I have leaned on that maybe a bit more than I would like, for sure. Okay, a little deep spot there. Cool. But that is true. This is, you know, jank is not only expected, but celebrated when you're making a PS1-like experience, right? I'm so sorry. Okay, so chat, I'm so sorry about that computer disconnect noise. I'm sure that triggered like half of you watching. My Xbox controller is dying and the connection can flicker sometimes. So I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so also chat, I also tint the surface water as well. Even though it's wrong. Wait, why is the dark spot here? It should be here. I think I moved this thing over. I did, okay. Where's the widget? There it is. Quinny says he disconnected me from my charging cable and now I'm gonna starve. Sorry, my voice is so fucked up right now. I don't know what happened. I'm just yapping too much. I'm not gonna lie, I know it's like bad or like whatever, but I do like how squeaky my voice gets when I lose it. It's just, I know, I just feel so euphoric. There we go. Now we're lined up. Zaku says, how nice of it is you to make progress in your game. Do you prepare the code for the game before streaming? Because I know time I've seen you code. Okay, well, I got some good news for you. We're gonna code very soon. I just want to paint these dark patches on the surface level of the water. Okay, we're off by 1 clip. I feel like you can do a diabolical Valley Girl voice with a squeaky voice. I mean, that's where I grew. Well, okay, well, I grew up just south of the valley. So I think it is stolen valor if I like speak in the Valley Girl voice. But you know, obviously, you know, regional accents are very similar when they're close together. So I do sound kind of Valley Girly, but that's just how Californians talk. Or that's the accent, right? South of the Valley is a pretty good title. It's a pretty good title, yeah. Yes, I'm a California girl. So every time, please don't call me dude, it makes me uncomfortable discourse starts. When people be like, well, I'm Californian, so I'm allowed. I can swoop in and be like, so am I, and I was able to remove it from my vernacular entirely in like 6 months. You're just making excuses. Uh-oh, we're frozen again. We're frozen again. There we go. And Girly Pop is better in every way. Absolutely. Absolutely. So true, Girly Pop. Okay. Now, is there a way to... One second. Here, chat. This is my final word on the discourse every single time, which is basically, if you if I say something along the lines of, hey, don't call me this word, it makes me uncomfortable, and your gut response is to argue, then you're a bad person. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry. But you're a bad person. It's very simple. Jail for 10,000 years. So absolutely, you're going into the crystal. Yes, it is my affiliate anniversary, apparently. Okay, there you go. So you see the dark water. See, that really, really does a good job at implying. Oh, that's a bit too teal. A good job at implying the depth. Eerie Snow says, people just love making excuses, not to make basic accommodations, right? Exactly. It's exhausting and honestly kind of annoying. See, that very, very simple. I just make the trench deeper. That took like a fucking hour. If this was realistically set up where I could just move some verts around, that would have taken like 5 minutes. So like this is the limitation that I struggle with it. There we go. Yeah, that's great. Leoto says, I've been going from my guy, my dude, my man to my chatter to be more accommodating. That's great. There we go. And then, of course, in first person, when you get underwater, it does like the sound effects and stuff, right? Oh no, I'm drowning. We've managed to avoid drowning. Just kidding. Oh, good gracious. You want to drink the Nightmare Cart water, it would probably turn you into a monstrous beast. Well, I'm sure half of you would enjoy that, wouldn't you? Yeah, freaks! The beach that makes you beast. Oh! I can see underneath. Scandalous. Where was that? Right there. Yeah, I don't know if I care enough for that. If I'm gonna be honest. I do not think I care enough to fix that, because that's the opposite. You have to be driving the wrong way to even see that. In first person. So I think I'll just leave that. Okay, so, we did get a bit distracted. I did say I wanted to work on the focus on the boardwalk today. So let us get started. on working on the surface volume. I have not seen people use 4.27 in a long time. I got news for you. This is 4.25, baby. This is 4.25. Oh, that was loud. Okay, yeah, so let's work on the boardwalk. Alright, so let's do some coding now, shall we? So the first thing we need to do is make a new surface volume layer, I guess. So when Unreal Engine stops being frozen, we'll go ahead and do that. Come on, there we go. Good girl. Okay, so we're gonna open up wood 1S boardwalk. Oh! Damn, Annie, thank you so much for the 5 bits! Okay. So I think we have a wood... We do have a wood surface. We should make a new one. A new surface called boardwalk. There we go. The wooden orb! Orb. Okay, so we're going to open up all of our boardwalk chunks. I think there's 8 chunks of the boardwalk. We're going to do wood 1S boardwalk. So these are all not just going to be the wood material, they're going to be wood boardwalk, which is identical, except the surface material, the surface tag, is specific to the material. So that will be wood boardwalk, specifically. Okay. So we're gonna save all, we're gonna close all. We're now gonna open up our Kart pawn up. Desktop jump scare. Pixel Chicks says, OMG, I left and came back and now you're in a super chill, cute outfit. Yes. Oh, Blahash. Okay, so... So we're gonna add a new link. So the only 4 materials, or I guess 3, is, well, outside, excluding defaults, is water and oil, which is also just plays the water effect, snow and sand. So we're gonna extend one, we're gonna make a new one and call it boardwalk. Okay. Hooey. Okay, so the boardwalk, like I said at the start of the stream, is going to be unique in that it's not just a looping sound effect, it's a bunch of repeated wood clanking wood hits that will play at a very quick, repeating rate. But that rate will be variable depending on how fast you're going. So, when this finishes compiling, we're going to... Shit, yeah, affiliate anniversary. Yeah, it's right. It's my anniversary. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Come on. Come on! Here we go. Okay. Do we have the sound effects imported yet? That should be on fully in packs. Do I have wood? No, I don't have any wood. Okay. There we go. Mark VD, just a reminder, there's no ideas or suggestions. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, there's a typo. Hold on, I gotta fix a typo in my no backseating text. Suggestions is a weird word. It's one of those words that looks wrong when you look at it. These sounds don't really sound very good in this context, but that's fine because we could change them later. All that matters right now is the code implementation. You know, upping the pitch kind of works. Okay. So. Oh my good college, you willikers. Narek just gifted 20 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so we need to get sphere velocity. Hold on, chat. I'm thinking the best way to handle this. Because I don't want to promote this to a variable. I think that would be overkill. It would overcomplicate things. So we're gonna get length. If our speed is, we're gonna do range 5 to 1,000. Okay, so we're gonna do a delay. We're gonna play our spawn sound attached. Team Sphere. Derek says, love the stuff you did, keep going strong. Thank you, I really appreciate that. We're gonna see, I'm putting in some random numbers here and we're just gonna see how it feels. It's very obviously gonna feel wrong at start, but that's what testing and iterations for. Quinny says, your raspy voice does kind of make you sound like a twice divorced aunt a bit. The one that brings the gift reckoning. Oh god, I wish I had money to bring the gift reckoning. Alas, I am poor. I am poor as shit. It is not detecting. It is not detecting. It's picking up stone. That's very strange. Is it because of the scratches? Why is it picking up stone? That is so strange. Oh my gosh. Rain, thank you so much for the raid of 3. Why is it picking up stone? Hello, raiders. How are you? I should probably stop streaming soon so my voice doesn't get fucked. Oh, excuse me. Is it because of the collision volume? No, what is it? I am completely fascinated. Fascinating. What's going on here? Came from a stream, just finished grounded. Oh, that's great. No spoilers. Why is it returning stone? I don't think anything in this level is a collision volume of stone. Why is it returning stone? Okay, chat, I need to take a quick bio break. When we get back, we'll fix this bug, so enjoy the Unreal 99 music. And we're back, and I am little. There we go. What is playing? This is Unreal Tournament 99. So, why are we returning stone? What is going on here? These are rhetorical questions. Please do not offer any suggestions. I am just rubber ducking. Thank you. Okay, we're just gonna raise you in the sky and move you up there. And it was returning This game is a kart racer. It's about racing karts. Why is it returning? It says returning stone. You can see it right there. But the wood is boardwalk. Okay, I think I don't care enough to excuse me. Why is it returning stone? That's so funny. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. So next we are going to just drive around on the boardwalk and see how it sounds. It's probably gonna sound bad at the first because we don't know how it sounds for us to dial it in. So okay, that sounds like shit. It's the concurrency. That's why. Okay. So we're gonna turn off concurrency. No, when you stop prevent. Sounds like I'm driving over packing bubbles. Okay, so let's do 0.8 and 0.4. Me when I need to stim, I drive my motorcycle over packing bubbles. Sounds like a gut after eating too much spicy. Little bit, little bit. Okay, so this is actually a bug. So, this is an order of operations issue. Compile faster, motherfucker! You motherfucker! There we go. Good girl. Beach episode stream, absolutely. Absolutely. There we go. Perfect. Let's do 0.07 and 0.3, 0.05, 0.065. And now we gotta wait for it to compile. Ba ba da ba da ba. it's still going. Okay, chat. So, we're almost done. We're just dialing these numbers in, and when that's done, we're gonna end the stream. But yeah, let's just finish this off with a nice, bad sounding but competently programmed surface effect. Let me lower the pitch of the sound effects. I do not want to destroy my voice any further. Okay, it's just not making any sound at all now. Because I got the wrong thing plugged in. Starfallonia says, hey, I just dropped by to say I love your work and you're fucking rad. Have a great day. Well, thank you. I think you're fucking rad too. Excuse me. Okay, chat, I think I'm gonna end it here. Let's just do one last test. I'm kind of just not happy with how this is sounding, so I might just start from scratch. And audio design is probably the worst thing to stream. So I think I'm gonna end it here. Let's just do this one last compile and drive around. I'm just not happy with this, but I did want to see how this feels next. Yeah, I guess that'll be it. So chat, thank you very much for hanging out. This has been a very lovely stream. It's been chill. And yeah, I'll see you all next stream, which will be next Sunday. And until then, y'all have a great week. I'll have a great week. So, bye-bye. I'll see you all next time. Bye.